What's up, flippers? Today we're going to clean a variety of leather items. We grabbed most of these from the bins, and we have muddy cowboy boots that we grabbed at the Goodwill, and I'm going to show you how I clean them cleanly, or quickly and efficiently, and hopefully cleanly. First, I'm going to put something inside these because I can't clean them because they're too floppy. I don't know if this is enough or not. Probably not, but I can't exactly... Oh, first, hang on. This is very important, okay? So when you buy these aren't yours. You don't know what's in these. So you gotta do like the shake test. Unfortunately, you gotta fist the boot. So
we're resellers, so we got these at the Goodwill bins. And
look there.
Something came out of there.
Crushed red pepper.
Red pepper flakes. We'll keep those for dinner.
So, funny story, guys. There's a reason to why. I mean, you should always do this, but there was a time...
Is ice skates or roller skates, one of the two.
There was a time when we forgot to do this step.
Mm-hmm.
And we did. We sent some roller skates to somebody, and I promise you this is true. So we sent them out, and they messaged us like a week later, and they're like, hey, I got the roller skates. They're awesome. We like them. However, you gave me the biggest scare of my life. And then they, like, spaced down and said, I went to put these on at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what they were doing, roller skating at 6 a.m. And something fuzzy hit my foot.
Mm-hmm.
So they took their hand out, took their foot out, put their hand in, and pulled this thing out and sent us a picture of it, okay?
It was a...
Comment below what you think it was, and we will tell you at the end of this video. So anyway, there's something else in here. It's part of the, okay. So sometimes you will get the little leather, because these are those old boots. I don't remember what they call these, but they have you can see I'm not sure if you can see down in there, but you can see the screw.
The tacks. Yeah,
the tacks. The nail heads or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just like a protective cover that you glue to go over that. So I'm just going to leave that out right now. And so I need these to be firm so that I can clean them better. Preferably firmer, whatever. I really don't want to put my hand in this second one. Oh no.
There's definitely surprises.
Well, I'm terrified of spiders, so boot fist test. If anything, I taught you how to do that today, right?
Mm-hmm.
This also helps form them. So like with these here, how that's crushed, I will put that paper in there and I will clean them and let the leather balm sit on them, and that will actually help form them back to the normal size, and I'll leave it in there and ship it that way too, so that they don't get crushed in shipping.
Mm-hmm.
So now that these are a little
firmer.
I wasn't going to wash them too much up here. I was just going to mostly focus down here. So we're going to actually, with water, get these two. I got my handy dandy water bottle that probably needs filled up. This stuff right here, this pink Miracle original shoe cleaner, is amazing, like amazing for leather. And it says, cleans and conditions all leather, vinyl, and suede sports shoes. I will tell you a little hack for me in this. If you have like Converses and they've got the white sole, this actually makes the white on those shoes really, really white. I would take a magic eraser first and erase the scuffs off, and then use this. So it works on those rubber soles really well. So what I do with this, because we are in a shop where we don't have sinks and water all the time, is I pour some of this on here, the pink.
Directly on the brush?
Yes, directly on the brush. It's going to get everywhere because I'm messy. And then I pour some water on here. And then I always pour a little too much, so I kind of get this in here. And don't be shy with this. And I'm just going to basically go to town on these boots. You want that sudsy stuff. Now, if you can see that that's dirty, and my hands are dirty, sorry, from touching stuff in the bins, but you can see that, like, see that, how dirty that is? That's gross. So, some people probably like to do this with all of their bin shoes. I normally just kind of wipe them off with vinegar, because like Tyler said, a certain mixture of vinegar to water is actually a disinfectant. So, and vinegar is very safe on a lot of surfaces. And it stinks, but it doesn't stink too bad once once it dries.
Once it dries, the odor usually goes away too, you know.
I'm going to hit a couple spots. I have really nailed some leather with this brush, and it doesn't seem to harm it, so, and if it does, then I didn't need to sell them anyway. You know, if I really want to keep, like I'll show you this too, like I usually dry these a little bit. My main focus was to get some of this dirt off of the front of these. Like, of course some of the leather tanning is going to come out with it, but it just kind of helps get some of this nasty stuff off of these, and this is just the first step. So do that to the second one real quick. These boots are really dirty. Like, I wanted to make sure you guys saw how dirty these are. A lot of people probably wouldn't even pick these up, and they priced them cheaper because, like, these are Tony Llamas and they were $14.99. So but you see all, I mean, look at that.
We'll get you a little before shot there, and then we'll come back after we've gone through the first step of cleaning.
Yes.
On all of these boots.
Yes.
Yeah.
So real quick, I need to get this sticker off here so I don't get it wet and make it worse. And I always use my blow dryer on the hot setting. Some people use a heat gun. Kind of gotta let it sit there for a minute to loosen all the glue up. May or may not be ready. Be careful if you do that on metal. It's pretty close. And if you can't get it all, just use your Goo Gone. Make sure you buy some Goo Gone. You're gonna need it. And then for this 14 on here, because this surface is like, what would you call that? It's like super hard. I'm actually gonna, first thing I'm gonna try is a dry erase marker to get this 14 off. Make sure it's not permanent, it's dry erase.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try that first. And it's about dry, so I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Doesn't really look like it's going to. Sometimes you spend more time doing this than cleaning the dang things, because Goodwill and everybody else has to write on them. So right now I can't see what it says real well, but I still don't like it. Because that didn't remove it at all. The next thing I'm going to do is let some Goo Gone sit on it. Yes, on the marker.
Okay.
Sorry, my sprayer doesn't work because it gets too, and I'm just not going to throw it away. So we're going to let that sit there for a while. And sometimes with these, I have this little kit that I got on Amazon. I'll just dump it out and show you. This is my shoe cleaning kit. And I will use this guy to actually try to scrape that. But I don't know if it's sat on there long enough yet.
It's just a scraping tool.
Yep, just like a little... These are really good for getting all your rocks and mud and stuff out of your shoe soles. Another thing I try to use sometimes is a eraser from a pencil, like a pencil eraser. Sometimes that works. I might try that next. We also use the magic eraser, but a lot of times the magic eraser won't work on this type of surface. And some other resellers don't do anything with this number at all, and others just mark over it with black marker. I will eventually give up and just mark over it with black marker and just... I usually just close it in the listing or make for sure that we took a picture of it so they know. But this is
if
definitely...
all of the above steps haven't
This
worked.
isn't really working on this one, so you see? So we're going to have to... I'm going to dry it and do the eraser.
You tried alcohol?
I did not. I will do that next. Alcohol is another good one. Getting that Goo Gone off there. Just when you're doing the alcohol, using alcohol, be careful not to get it on the shoe. Alcohol will dry out leather.
Sure.
So just be super careful. It's really in there though, so I don't know. Now I'm using my nail to try to scrape it out. Okay, magic eraser is next. This is important though because you're gonna have this on a lot of shoes and you're not gonna know how to get it off. That is helping.
Getting close.
It's helping.
It's getting close.
I just used this to do something else a minute ago, so it's already wet. I'm gonna need like a...
You generally only want to put water on magic eraser.
Yes, only water. If you put a chemical or vinegar or anything on these magic erasers, to me, they just don't work. You have to put water on them. To me, it's what activates it the best, but it's not doing anything. We're close, but it's probably close enough. Really. I can always mark over it later too if it, you know. So sometimes you just don't win with the Goodwill markers. Now all of these are clean, so it's time to move on to the next step, which is putting this glove conditioner on them. It conditions, cleans, and restores leather, and I think it's better than stuff for shoes. And I have a specific rag for it because it's very, you know.
It accumulates on the rag.
Yeah, it does.
Actually, it helps it go further once you do get a rag going for it.
It does. So we're gonna start putting these. And when we put this on leather shoes, we actually put in the listing that we put a layer of leather balm on it in hopes that maybe they'll go get some too, because, you know, this will eventually dry, and this actually majorly prolongs the length or the life of your shoes or any leather.
And obviously we use it on like ball gloves and things like that too.
Yeah. But it works very good.
Not only does it give it a sheen, but it does, you know, it softens it up. And
it cleans too, but I had already scrubbed these, so they're pretty clean.
So we'll continue with the rest of these, and we'll show you what they all look like once they've got a layer of that on there.
Yes. And they're clean. They look so much better. Like, here's the boots that you saw. They still have some wear on them, but all the mud is gone, and they definitely have a nice sheen on them at this point, and they look nice and clean. They got some wear, but this should help them sell. And these, and that stuff smells good too. And then these combat boots. Alrighty, and then we're gonna clean a couple purses real quick, and these are like a thinner leather, these here, so I'm gonna just wipe them down with vinegar. As long as this doesn't sit on there, it shouldn't damage it or anything. And to clean the inside of them, I usually use like a vacuum cleaner and a lint roller and whatever will get all the dirt out of them. Well, these turned out good with just the vinegar, I think. So I'm not going to worry about putting any of the balm on them. Pretty clean. Don't forget to pull the liners inside out like so when you're cleaning purses. Hopefully this helped you. If you have any questions, let us know. Oh yeah, we almost forgot to tell you what was in the roller skate. So, this furry thing was either a dead rabbit's head or the head of a dead squirrel. We didn't know which, because it was pretty deteriorated. It had been like mummified at that point. It didn't stink or anything, and crazily enough, the buyer was okay with it. She was just like, make sure you check your shoes.
Yeah, apparently somebody kept them in the garage and they crawled in there and couldn't get back out, unfortunately.
Or somebody's cat put it in there, because there was not the whole body.
Right.
So we were thinking maybe a cat like stashed it away in there.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So always check inside your boots and your shoes. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, go flip some stuff.